Hello and welcome to Premier League Pitchside with the one and only Gunners Louis. Hello guys. If you're watching this video for the first time and you like the content or you like the content before, hit the subscribe button because it's only going to help me reach a magical 1,000 mark where I can go live on this channel. I do have a sister channel which I will put in the description below. Yeah, she's not doing too badly. She's got 3. I stopped completely on the channel for a long time. I've got about 3,600 subscribers on that, but I did have 5,000. So that just shows you if you don't put content on there for a long time, it can fall away. It was at like almost 2 years before I put anything. We touch on a lot of subjects. A lot. Because like I say, it's Premier League pitch side. Yeah, I'm a gunner. But, and I'll be talking transfers. I'm going to be talking William Saliba. I'm going to be talking the players coming in. I'm going to be talking the players leaving. Right? Saliba one is a biggie. Do we let a generational talent like William Saliba leave without a fight? Maybe that's what Arteta wants. We will see. Just gonna name what the channel's called for you. Like I said, I'll put it in my it's called The Official Blueprint to Winning Without #oil money. I didn't put money on the end, but this is how they do it. I mean, a lot of clubs, especially in the Big Six now, so-called Big Six, and we've got Newcastle joining the party now with that oil money owned by not just anyone, but by a whole country. I just cannot see how that could be allowed to go through. Yeah, I get it. Newcastle wanted Ashley out. I hated Mike Ashley. I wanted him out of your club. But not with Saudi Arabia and oil money. Their human rights record is appalling. It is appalling. Anyway, enough of that. Newcastle effectively ended Arsenal's top 4 hopes the other night. Or should I say, Arsenal ended their own Champions League hopes. We need a miracle plus a miracle tomorrow. Maybe 3 or 4 miracles. I'll just go through. If Tottenham draw, they're in the Champions League. If Tottenham win, they're in the Champions League. If Arsenal draw, they're in the Champions League. If Arsenal lose, they're in the Champions League. If Arsenal win and Tottenham lose, Arsenal in the Champions League. It's the only way it could be done. I cannot believe we're in this position when we should be 10 to 15 points clear of them. You tell me. I think Arteta has, say, blood on his hands. He has that Champions League music on his hands. That Champions League crest on your shirt you buy. That's on you, Arteta. So, Mikel, us fans are going to back you. And believe it or not, there will come a time where you will not be being backed anymore. And boos will get louder and louder. And the Cronkies will sack you. Especially if they give you a shitload of money this summer and you deliver zero. Now, say we go into the Europa League, I would expect us to mount a serious challenge for this trophy. I want us to win it. That isn't out of the question. It is with the squad of players we have at the moment, though. We're not winning the Europa League with the squad we've got. It's too thin, not enough quality. Too many youngsters. Talking of youngsters, William Saliba, let's just nip this one in the bud. Apparently he wants to leave Arsenal. Now, do you blame him? Since Arteta's arrival, he hasn't kicked the ball under Arteta. And he's just been loaned off, I think, to Saint Etienne. And he's been at Marseille this season. Marseille want to buy him. They're talking about this banning a French ban or European ban. There's no ban in place that's going to stop them from signing William Saliba. But what might stop them is William's price tag. Now, this could be very advantageous for Arsenal. Talk of Real Madrid want him. That's how good he is. That's why I would rather keep William Saliba. Like, I was on the football terrace yesterday. You can check it out. I'll stick it in the link description. I'm on 26 minutes to around 20, 28, 29 minutes. He only gives you 3 minutes. So, someone was with me yesterday saying, why don't you let him talk? I said, because he'd talk afterwards. You know. If I was on there longer, then we'd have more dialogue. But anyway, Saliba has got Champions League football in Marseille if he stayed there. Obviously, seen Arsenal drop out of top 4 and our chances of qualifying tomorrow. I've gone from looking rosy in the garden to a bug's hit the rosary and it's destroyed the whole crop of roses. The whole blossoms just died for the summer. Now, for Spurs, you could say, well done, Conte, for turning Spurs around. I'll take my hat off, because he has turned an average bunch of players into contenders for the Champions League. And it's not been hard this season, has it? Let's be real, because we've all been shit. We've all been inconsistent and not very good. we're not going to be very scary opposition in the Champions League. So maybe it is the season too early. It certainly is for this Arsenal team. But I've got some options out there that could change Arsenal's fortunes. They're not talked about in the media. That doesn't mean they're not happening behind the scenes. Now, there's a couple of players up for grabs that you're going to go, whoa. Let's talk about the ones I think could happen. Definitely happening. Aaron Hickey, Scottish international, plays for Bologna. Talking around the 20 million mark. All the big boys in Italy want him. Well, maybe old Kieran said a word in his ear. Arsenal. And I think, he loved life in Bologna. He loves Bologna, and I don't think he'll ever forget his time in Italy, but he's almost learned his trade there, which bodes well for Arsenal. Italians are known for their defensive skill, aren't they? So the thing about Aaron is he's ambidextrous. Where's that sunlight coming in from? It's doing my head in 2 seconds, peeps. There we go, voila. Yeah, Hickey, right, he's ambidextrous, which means he can use both feet, and he's very comfortable. He's left-footed, he's a left back, right? Now, Nuno Tavares, he's a bullet. He's like a machine gun bullet going forward, but we don't need that. It's good sometimes, and he will get in the right spots to score goals or set up a goal. But we need a defender who's going to defend and defend well. Hickey's the answer. No one else in Europe's really been looking at him, apart from the big boys in Italy. And I think a move to the Premier League, perfect timing for him. He's barely 20. I think he's only 19, 20. So that fits the mould of more youngsters coming in. But the advantage is, say Kieran Tierney's fit, and we wanted to play a more offensive role down the right hand side. So you'd have Kieran bombing on. Hickey can bomb on as well. The advantage is he can swing across them with his right foot, but he could also cut in and swing one in with his left. He's very, very dangerous. He scores goals. He scored 5 league goals this season. For a left back, that's not bad. In Italy, it's quite hard to do. I just think it'd be a sensational signing. And I think he'd hit the ground running. I really do. I think it'd cement his place in the side like that. If Kieran's fit, who'd you play? I think Hickey would be given his chance, and I think he'll impress. This is where Saliba comes into it. Apparent. There's I talked to Terry, and Terry came up with this. Terry Flivers, The Football Terrace. Check it out. It's a great show. He lets callers call in, like myself. You'll be a member of some sort. But, get your opinion out there. Now, Three things could happen. He could come back to England and be one of the superstars of the Premier League, like Arsenal's VVD. Might not be as good as Virgil van Dijk ever. Van Dijk is the best centre-back I've ever seen in the modern era. He is that good. I can't think of a better centre-back that's graced the Premier League in the Premier League era. He has been that good. So there's that option. And that option means fighting for your spot because he's got 50 million. Ben White, Gabriel, he wants first team football because of Brazil. Remember, it's World Cup year. So the players get a chance to impress the lead up to the World Cup. So everyone's anyone who's qualified for the World Cup, they're all going to want to be impressing. Now, William Saliba's no ordinary player. We signed him when he was 19 under Emery for 27 million. So if we sell him, he's just won Young French Player of the Year. At the halfway point, he was in Team of the Year, French Team of the Year, La Liga Team of the Year. He will be in the French La Liga Team of the Year, or Liga, or whatever they call it. He'll be in there. He's been the French under-21 captain until his recent promotion to the national squad, the full team, which he will stay. And if you see the state of Raphael Varane compared to Saliba, now I can't see any way Didier Deschamps starts Varane ahead of Saliba for me. So you'll see how good he is in the World Cup. That's what the options Terry gave. Yeah. He comes back to Arsenal as a complete flop. That's why I was no. No flop happening there, Terry. This guy's 6'3". He's a beast. He's agile. He's quick. He's powerful. He's a beast, mate. So I would sit William down. He joined Arsenal because he was an Arsenal fan. I think it was Watford away. I think it was Watford away. He sat with his Arsenal coat on that. He's told he won't be playing, first. He won't be in the squad as such for the first game. So what does he do? Can I go and sit in with the Arsenal fans? That shows me he loves the football club from a higher level. He's an Arsenal fan. Right? But that doesn't mean if him and Arteta don't get on, then you never kick a ball for us ever again. Not that he kicked one in a match anyway. Under Arteta. I still think this is a solvable situation. I'd say to William, look, William, you will play. If you're better than Ben White, or better than Gabriel, personally, I see a Saliba Gabriel But I think that would put a bit of egg on the face of for blowing 50 mil. But it happens. Look what Emery did with Pepe. I mean, what a waste of money that was. Ben White's not a waste of money. He's a damn good backup for injuries. And Ben White will get games. He'll get games in the Europa League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. And there comes time where he'll get games in the Premier League. He's adaptable. He's not good at right back. He might not be that bad in midfield. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this unfolds. But one thing I will say, if he is sold, Marseille think they're going to get him on the cheap. Think again. Arsenal need money to bring in players to improve our squad, not make our squad shitter by letting a generational talent walk out the door for a couple of extra euros. No. I personally don't think Marseille can afford him. Yeah. Maybe your parachute money into the Champions League would cover it. We're talking Virgil van Dijk money here. I think Van Dijk went for 75 million. His list of awards and accolades. No less than 60 mil. Not a penny less. Maybe 65, 70. I still think it would be a terrible mistake. But what that would give us, say then with the sale of Nicola Pepe, right? It would give us the chance to go to a Bundesliga team in Borussia Dortmund and go, bang, there's your 110 mil. Now give us Jude Bellingham. Makes perfect sense to me. It's not talked about, but these sort of deals are going on behind the scenes. Inquiries and that. We need some big players that are going to bring us to the promised land. There's one other. Declan Rice. Now, everyone thinks he's on his way to Chelsea. Now, the longer this Chelsea situation drags on and drags on and drags on, in the next couple of weeks, it's not resolved, Chelsea won't be signing anyone. They'll just be seeing players walk out the door on free transfers. Christiansen, Rudiger. I mean, they're talking about they want Declan Rice so badly for 110, 150 million. They want West Ham for him. I don't think they're going to get 150 mil for him. I think if you offered them 110, 120, they'd snap your right hand off for it. And Arsenal would then be able to afford it. We sold Saliba for 60, 65 mil. Sold Pepe for around 35. There's £100 million. And we just add on the rest. Maybe the rest could be made up in bonuses and achievements, you know. Obviously, there's a lot, there's wages to sort out, whether he wants to join even. But if Chelsea aren't capable of signing Declan, West Ham, as a football club, will not turn down that sort of money just because Chelsea ain't got their shit together. Who's to say this Bowley will come in and... Before Declan Rice, they got loads of midfielders. They got Kante still. I know he's not the Kante of old, but he's still a top quality player. Kovacic, all these sorts of players. They've got plenty of talent. I think they would snap Arsenal's right hand off for the money. West Ham, personally. And I think Declan Rice is... he's a sort of player that will only get better and better and better and better. We signed him up to a big 5-year contract. And we said to Declan, on the 4th year of that contract, if Chelsea have got the money and that is your dream, we ain't going to stand in your way. But not before the 4 years are up. We get 4 years out of you. Let's see what happens after that. I think someone like Declan Rice would add a different dimension to Arsenal. He's number 6, number 8. I think, for me, he can play as centre-back. He can play DM. He can play box-to-box. So, technically, he can play a number 4, number 6, or a number 8. His best position for me is box-to-box. Patrick Vieira style. And he's got the legs. He's got the physicality. As we saw Patrick getting stuck in the other day, Everton, he still ain't lost, has he? And by the way, that was absolutely disgraceful from them Evertonians. Thank God for the Everton fans who had their heads screwed on, pulling a dangerous situation that could have escalated badly. Thank God we didn't see no ugliest things that we saw. Should Patrick be a scapegoat for this? No. It was extreme circumstances, and we move anyway. So for me, it's either Bellingham or Rice. I would prefer Rice, but I ain't going to turn my nose down at Jude Bellingham either. Bellingham's a lot younger. He's like 4 or 5 years younger. But have you heard the kid in it speak? He's like a 28-year-old man. It's like talking to a 28-year-old than an 18-year-old. Do you know what I mean? Or even a 38-year-old. He's that switched on. And he is a number 8 for me. He's a clear number 8. Yeah, he can play at number 6 probably as well, but he'll score your goals, he'll create chances, and he'll just improve your side immensely. Sorry, some car was just screaming outside my house, just thinking, how was that? Interesting times. Obviously, we've got a sort of striker situation out now. Gabriel Jesus. They're saying because we're not going to finish in the Champions League spots. By the way, like I said at the start of the show, it ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till Harry Kane hits that hat trick, or Heung-min Son, and they're 5-0 up in half an hour. Then it's probably over. So, you know, that fourth spot, don't expect Ten Hag to get Manchester United back in the top four next season. That would be a miracle. Man U are going to be out in the wilderness for the next 2 seasons. I think next season they'll have a much better chance of getting into fourth. Now, who's to say Chelsea won't fall away a little bit? One thing, their academy. Conor Gallagher's going to be back. Other players they've loaned out. You think of the players they've let go, Tariq Lamptey. Just think how much they could have done with him this season. With Reece James's injuries. I don't know. Cucurella was a product of Barcelona. Anyway, there's lots of options out there. The one that seems to be doing the rounds, and even he said, "Oh, we don't qualify." The rumor, they always say it as Arsenal falling away, it's looking at up in the air. Now they're only going to be in the Europa League. Shut up. Big clubs like Arsenal have the pulling power to pull these players in. Like Man U. How do you think Man U will get signings across the door if they're not in the top four? Because they're Manchester United. Arsenal are Arsenal. We're two of the biggest clubs in European football, and especially English football. United have what? 19 titles? No, 20. We're 13. We're way more FA Cups than them. We're 14. I'm not sure how many they got. I don't think they're in double figures yet. I think that was only Liverpool's 8th FA Cup last weekend. So that's 6 behind us. So that says it all. Arsenal's heritage in the FA Cup is massive. Carabao Cup, yeah. We've won one in 30 years. Been to a few finals previous to that even, and I think it was the Coventry 3-2. 1987, I think it was. Something like that. Was it Coventry? Yeah. By the way, I'm not that old, I can't remember it. Okay. I'm doing this on my phone because of my camera, I can't get it working at the moment. So, obviously we're going to need strikers. Gabriel Jesus is the favourite. But he would need backup. I don't want Eddie Nketiah. I was looking at whether he'd signed a new deal. They said he had. But, let me just Google this. A memento. I don't think he has. If he has, then I've missed it. But you know when you have a meltdown from football in your team and you just... It's been my meltdown of the season. about that. So we've talked about the defender, and if we did the right back. I almost forgot. Yes, looks like we're going to be bringing in Aaron Hickey, but the other right back, who a lot of clubs I think are going to be interested in, but I think got a good relationship with his club, and it's not Nottingham Forest, by the way, it's Middlesbrough. Is I forget his name now. Jed Dusk, is it? I forget his name now. The Nottingham Forest flying right back. He destroyed Arsenal, destroyed Leicester, and has been destroying a lot of teams in the Championship this season. Him. I think because of his performances, he's going to cost around 10 million quid. But I think we could pick him up for around 5 to 7.5. Maybe if we offered a player in exchange, maybe a Bellingham, straight swap for Bellingham. Then you might think, okay, saves us some money. I don't think Bellingham's going to turn out to be. He's just the next Eddie Nketiah, isn't he? Oh, 3 hours ago, Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp giving Arsenal some advice. Liverpool offered Eddie Nketiah transfer advice as Arsenal forward weighs up future. Eddie Nketiah could decide to leave Arsenal this season. No, it's Klopp previous final. Steve McManaman. Yes, I value cookies. Steve Macker has warned Liverpool that Eddie Nketiah is not good enough to play for the Reds. Oh, right. Liverpool think they're signing him. Go for it, Klopp. You'll turn him into the next Mane. I can't believe Klopp's even considering that. You've gone down in my estimations, Jurgen. Now, if that is going around, Nketiah will not sign a new contract. And for me, that is good news. He's not good enough to play for the Reds, recent reports have linked. Arsenal striker who is set to become free agent in the coming weeks. A surprise move to Anfield. A recent Jurgen Klopp side and Chelsea were mulling over to it. Even Chelsea! See what I mean? It's how desperate Chelsea are. They've got Lukaku. They've got Havertz. And they are looking at Eddie Nketiah. And we're just going to upgrade on him. I suppose Chelsea could sign him because he's free. No money involved. But signing on fees and Asian fees and all that, I don't know how they get around that. Then a sanctioned club. I'd offer Eddie a 3-year deal. I would. He could play all the cup games. He could say we bought Jesus. He could play alongside Jesus. The Premier League, he would only play in a crisis. And once he's got that 3-year contract under his belt, mate, isn't it gonna happen? I think that's what Eddie's fearful of. And so he bloody should be, because he's not good enough to be at Arsenal Football Club. End of. So this is mad. Nketiah to Liverpool. Chelsea have been interested. Doesn't that say this? See what I mean? Doesn't that say the state of Chelsea? And they think they're going to just go and roll in and sign Declan Rice. There isn't going to be a better chance to sign Declan Rice. Because Declan Rice will see out the season with West Ham and walk into Chelsea next season as a free agent. Now, a lot of clubs are going to be looking at this. Manchester United especially. Where would he rather go to? Stay in London? Where he lives with his mum and his dad and his family still? Or roll up to Manchester? I mean, there's only one answer. It's got to be Arsenal. There was talk of a new Norwegian striker who will also be a free agent. I think he's Norwegian, Scandinavian. I can't pronounce his name. I can't remember his name, but he's been doing well. He's been doing very well recently. I thought he played in the Bundesliga, but I think he's actually still in Norway. I'm not 100% sure. I read up on the article the other day. There's going to be a lot happening. Anyway, I'm going to end it here because it's been a long stream, 45 minutes. Who would you rather take, Rice or Bellingham? Simple answer. I love Jude Bellingham, but Declan Rice for me. If we're going to sell Saliba, we might as well spend the money on Declan Rice and get Jesus in. We'll be very short up front, and bring a winger in that can play a false 9. Obviously sell Pepe as well. So there you go. That's about that. And let's just get that Nottingham Forest. I've got Jed Spence. He was rated at 2.5 million. They wanted for him. I think they're going to want a little bit more than that for him. But we've got a good relationship with Borough. We loaned him out Bellingham for the season. Didn't really hit it off. I think Arsenal will offload Bellingham. Maybe a straight swap for Jed Spence. Who knows? But I think Spence could be on his way to the Emirates. Expect that one as well. So 2 new fullbacks coming into Arsenal. We need an attacking right fullback. We need the option. Tomiyasu is great defending, but he has not got the ability that Jed Spence has going forward, getting into the opponent's box, scoring, assisting the way he does. It gives us a different dimension than that right side. And that's going to take Tomiyasu out of the side completely. But what I'm saying is we mix it up in different cups and in the league. You know, you're getting ready in the cups for the league, for the team, and then if an injury comes in, they slot straight in. We're on about signing Sergio Dest for ages from Barca, the American. Why sign Sergio Dest when we have our very own Jed Spence? Till next time, I'll be back tomorrow, whatever happens. I expect Arsenal will finish 5th, whether that's with a win or a loss, or even a draw, who knows, who cares. 5th, ain't 4th. Spurs fans will be elated. And it's all down to Conte for me. That's what a world-class manager gets you. And Arsenal just don't have it at the moment. They went with Project Youth with the manager as well. Latest, guys. Oh.